I take the good with the bad with the ugly. However you wanna look at it. Sometimes this shit just be equal.
That shit ain't no average.
How my niggas tend to treat me like we blood, but we not family.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Just Getting By. I'm your host, Keyahna, and
I'm the co-host, LN. We're so glad you're joining us today because we're going to be deep diving into some crucial aspects in life that impact all of us in different ways.
that'll be good, though. Absolutely. Life can be a whirlwind of emotions, responsibilities, and challenges, from managing our mental health and nurturing our relationships to handling daily routines and finances. It often feels like we're just kind of like juggling a whole lot.
Right. And sometimes it can be overwhelming.
To say the least.
Whew. We want to explore how these areas intertwine and how we can support each other on these journeys and how to balance them.
Yeah, kind of like what? Like a monkey, like trying to roll on the ball, the little monkey with the... Yeah. So that's how it's going to go. And we're going to just share personal stories, discuss our strategies for coping, bringing in listener experiences to kind of highlight different aspects of mental health.
Yeah. So whether you're feeling stressed about deadlines, struggling to connect with loved ones, trying to manage a budget when stuff is just not going right, you're not alone, and let's navigate this together.
Yeah, let's try to figure out the best ways to make it work. And sometimes you might just get by. I know a lot of times I do, but
So, like, in your opinion, how do you interconnect everything that you have going on?
I say right now, I think things are kind of hard because it feels like you're balancing like multiple balls at once.
Yeah.
It could be very overwhelming. So for me, I just try to kind of write my days out. Like, I try to say, like, I wake up in the morning and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the day. That kind of helps me.
No,
but
but
it can
really?
only get so far.
Right.
Because a part of my mental health is like, my mental health struggle is I have ADHD.
Mhm.
So, like, I can make lists all day.
Right.
But am I going to follow it?
Mm.
Like, my plan can be like, I'm going to get up today. I'm going to do laundry. Right. I'm going to freaking go out. I might have grocery shopping. Or I might be like, okay, after I do that, I'm going to try to figure out a new job or something. But after I get up, it's like, nah.
Nah.
I'd
rather not.
Yeah, I just kind of like...
Absolutely not.
get back into bed. So for me, I have to psych myself.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
into trying to really like do what's really right. And most people, I guess, I don't know. I guess most people know how to just get up and...
I don't think there's a lot to do because when I talk to people, like on a day-to-day, like making work friends and like just random people, like it's not a rare thing to like struggle to get out of bed.
Yeah. Well, see, I think when you deal with certain things like that, it's hard to talk to other people because they will judge you. Yeah. They will make you feel like,
well, you got to.
Yeah, like, or not even that you got to, like, you're not doing something right. What, you can't think? You can't get out of bed? Like, no, you just do it. You just get up and you just get out of bed. Like,
well, no shit. Haha. No shit. Like, dog, I'm lucky, because I just got hit with a banger today.
Yeah.
And I've been in a kind of dissociative stage. Yeah. Because what do? And I have to, like, it's something that affects everything around me.
Yeah.
So I have to now get out of bed and deal with that. Sometimes you just want to stay in bed. And I know you're not supposed to. You know in your own mind that you're not, you got to get up. But some days, shut up and let me be in this bed.
Yeah, because like
when it becomes a habit, worry about me. But right now, hey, I'm allowed to lay down because I got to figure some shit out.
Yeah, because everything connects.
Mhm.
Like, so if your mind isn't where it needs to be, you are unable to be able to complete any circle or any task that you need to complete wholeheartedly. Like, you could go to work. If your mind's not right, you're going to make a lot of mistakes at work. You know, you go home with your kids, and if it's not being frustrated by having to deal with them, it's being frustrated about something at home. So you can't even give your kids the time that you need because your mind's not there.
Because you're overstimulated by what else is going on that you can't let affect them.
Yeah.
So you are balancing so much in one area.
But do you really think?
Is it just day-to-day motions?
Not even that. Do you really think you're not affecting them?
Oh, you absolutely am. Absolutely am. But what scares me is like this happened today. Nobody knows. And I have talked to so many and been cool.
Well,
that would be a split.
Yeah.
That's part of my mental problem is I have BPD. Ooh, this is very vulnerable for me. I didn't wear lashes because, like, I knew in some point of this episode I'll probably shed a tear. But we're going to try not to because I don't like doing that shit. It's
okay.
It is.
If we do that today, it's going to be that release of something that we both needed. Because it's not,
we laugh about everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. And it's like, we go through some of the same stuff together at certain times. So, like, fuck. I didn't cry. I was like, hey. I was happy.
We got it, dude. So, like.
That jump off the bridge feeling is going to be coming, I guess, at some point. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's coming. I don't know.
I don't know if I'm. And that's another thing I'm, like, super worried about because I have been so calm in situations that prior me would have knocked everything over on. Am I just grow? Is this where like my growth as a woman shows, or am I about to be in prison in the next 6 months? Like that makes me more nervous than anything.
Yeah, and I think with a thing that we deal with like mental health is like it's a constant thing to where like okay, you grow in one area and then boom. You get smacked. And it's like, now you go to another area and like, boom, 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 I'm going.
Boom, boom, boom.
Everything is coming good. The blessings are coming. Then boom.
Boom.
You get smacked again. Like, why is it like a never ending cycle?
I can't tell you. Like the second that I start feeling peaceful, happy, a little love interest. You know, life is good. Ow. Like, a cycle repeats for me.
So I'm wondering, is that, you know how people be like, the definition of love is this. The definition of, is that really like what's supposed to happen? Are you supposed to feel all of these emotions?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel right now. That's where, like, we bounce each other's ideas off each other. Because when I look at you and be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. That's why I'm thankful, like, I have you to be like, hey, this is where I'm at. We kind of joke about some bad things. My response earlier was a hot mess. I wanted to call you afterwards and be like, I love you. That's just where I'm at right now. I'm good, though.
I was trying so hard not to send you funny TikToks. I really, really tried so hard, like really to like kind of,
Send me 3.
and I really had so many thoughts in my head, like I shouldn't, but it was, I still did it because it's like, damn, I hope she laughs at least.
I did. I mean, but like I haven't cried. Like,
Yeah.
we were talking about, like, we haven't had, like, I have those tears that fall occasionally, but I don't have like a good cry.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's long overdue.
Maybe that's just I guess maybe the next stage of, is it the next stage of growth?
I don't know. But like, so back to mental health, because we just shared where the hell we were.
But I mean, I kind of feel like that's so like in your mental though, like your reaction was different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
is that like an area of growth for mental, or is that like one of those things where, because sometimes we get like scared, like, okay, I didn't react the way I normally react. What's going on?
But that's also like going back to my mental health. Like my foundation of what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
I have BPD. So I don't know if this is a split and like I don't have different personalities. I don't turn into Sally and I don't turn into Fred, and I just have different variances of how I deal with stuff, and it does have to do with my mental.
Yeah.
So if I feel scared or I'm feeling attachments, like I definitely cut people off, and I just completely go into survival mode.
Right. Great. Signs of mental health can include persistent sadness, anxiety, changes in sleep pattern, difficulty concentrating, and feeling overwhelmed. It's essential for people to recognize these signs early. And when you recognize these signs, please, please, please contact a therapist, contact your friend, talk to someone.
Hey, seeking help is like the best thing that ever happened to me. Like finding out what was actually wrong with me, finding support groups, talking to a therapist, and starting to work through my issues helped me grow as a person. But I have to be able to acknowledge the signs when I'm actually going through something.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about for right now, me splitting.
Right. It's always important to emphasize that asking for help for yourself, like, you're not weak. Like that's your point to keep going. Like finding somebody will help you. And I'm not saying the first person you meet is gonna be perfect. No. Keep trying. They ain't no different than a relationship. You'll find the perfect therapist, the perfect person that's like completely right for you.
But like, and one thing I had to realize about therapists is they're not going to actually know what is wrong with you. They know about what you deal with through them learning about the diagnosis of your mental health. So you explaining like your problems to them, they can clinically help you understand why you do that and stuff like that. They're not always going to have the answers for you. That's not their job. Job isn't to fix you. You have to put in the work to fix yourself.
You ain't lying about that one.
All right. So the foundation of mental health and talking about how we found our ways to get help.
Yeah.
So how did you go across like getting your therapist?
Okay, for me, like, I do enjoy talking to my friends, my mom, and of course my partner. But all of you already know what my life is. So I kind of wanted to see what it would be like to talk to someone who came into the situation like blind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Third party.
All you can do is give me your thoughts or your opinion, or even just listen.
Right.
And you can't be like, oh, well, or nah, or you know what I'm saying? Just let me talk, let me get it out, and then like I could try to focus on how I can try to change it.
Right.
Because for me, in my mind, the ADHD mind, it tries to figure everything out for itself. So when I'm listening to people's like opinions and stuff, like I hear you, but I can't hear you because my mind has already said it fucking figured it out. So the questions, wow, it doesn't do nothing but make my mind just go. And it's like, I never get to where I want to be at.
Right.
So I found a therapist, and honestly, for years, I've been going back and forth with trying to find the right therapist. But I kind of find somebody that I really actually like. I like talking to her. She is a Virgo, so like I think that's where we kind of she understands my shit even when I'm like talking in circles. She kind of gets where I'm coming from with certain things, why I may have reacted the same way, but she also be like, okay, well, like, what could we have done different?
It took me a minute to find somebody.
Yeah.
I really like this person. I don't like what they are having me do right now.
Yeah.
Like my issues, I have attachment issues.
Yeah.
I don't have the ones where I'm clingy and all over you. I have the ones where you don't exist. Shit, I gotta work on talking to, like, sometimes they stab you with like truth.
Yeah.
And make you like, you've already thought of it in your mind, but you thought you were crazy for thinking of it, and then they hit you with it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I like mine because she makes me feel less crazy when I talk.
Yeah, mine too. And like different things that I talk about, like I know my struggles are like I want to be like financially stable. I don't want to be independent, but I do want to be able to come to the table
and bring
with something to be able to help my partner whenever they fall. So I beat myself up a lot about why I'm not in certain places or certain things of that nature. And it kind of took me a long time to get to the point now. I still get upset about it, but now I try to be softer.
Right.
And try to be like, okay, this is a part of me actually being a woman, knowing, okay, I got a partner, my partner got my back, but I still just want to have their back. And I guess it's not always going to be financially, but like, that's where I learned love. And in a certain way too, because growing up, I got like, we didn't do the hugs and the kisses. It was like bayou shit. So like fuck, if I can't fucking spoil my person, then like I don't exist. Like what the fuck am I good for?
Right.
So like that's something, I guess that's mentally, that's something that was beat into my head. So I feel like I have to be this way, and like
I don't want to be this way.
Yeah, or I probably don't have to be that way.
I mean, that's like right now. I was finally at a little peace, and I find myself letting go some of that hard shell.
Yeah.
And now I know what's about to happen, and I know it's coming back, and I know that like I feel really sorry for the people that have just entered my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm out.
Yeah, like
and it's no offense. It's like, it's just how I'm wired.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I
mean,
have
that's
my
what you kind
people.
of like. That kind of comes from like upbringing, like what you were raised, like what you've seen, what you had to go through.
Yeah, I mean, it's been easy. It's been easy because I'm bouncing around, place to place. You were here 1 year, gone for 7, here back again with multiple people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that does something to you.
Yeah.
That does, no stability in your childhood causes you to have a little problems when you're older.
let's just speak on that because a traumatic, not traumatic childhood does cause like serious mental health issues growing up. And if you don't get that checked, not checked, but looked at,
Probably should figure that one out a little
you
bit.
gotta get that figured out
Mhm.
because like you're not gonna be able to get into relationships.
No.
Your relationships are gonna suck.
Yeah.
You going to work, that shit's gonna suck. Yeah. Then you have different traumas that when you're teaching your kids to navigate through certain things, like you're gonna fucking put those traumas off on your kids, and now they're either gonna be scared to do it or they're gonna do it, so they're gonna do it to death. Like they're gonna go so
serious,
hard.
though, because everything that happened back then does have effect on you now, and how you perceive stuff and how you allow certain situations because that was a normal for you. And then breaking those, it was almost easier to go through the bullshit that I knew wasn't right than to actually break the pattern.
Yeah. Because it's like the repercussions are different.
Yes.
But I can't say that. I guess it's different because you're wrong and you know you're doing wrong. Mm-hmm. When you're doing right and wrong still happens, mind is haywire because like what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. That's because I'm not doing nothing bad right now. Like, this is the best version of me I've had since me's been on this earth. It really, it flushes me because what do you mean? What do you mean that I'm losing this aspect? And then, like, do I take this as a sign because what came with this aspect and what I'm not ready to deal with in my life? So I've got to reroute. What am I doing right here? Like, I have time to sit back and be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But then again, I know I don't have time because that time is going to cause me to further backtrack.
Yeah, it's going to put you behind.
Bitch.
It's going to put you behind.
So, what do we do here? I've been asking that since I walked through the door today. Like, what do we do here, guys?
Just call on the Lord.
Yes.
That's all I can say because, like,
that's why, like, I made an appointment. We're going to have to sit down and discuss this, Amy.
Yeah.
Because, baby,
yeah,
you told me I was doing such a good job.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Joe did. And see, I got to talk to my therapist last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I did feel better. Not totally better, but I did feel a little bit better after kind of like talking to her or whatever. But like, and we moved our time. Like, therapists are cool because like you can either come every week. You could call this motherfucker every day for real, or you could go every week, or
she texts me
once a month.
Does that mean I have more issues when they be texting your phone? Like, how you doing today?
No, I think that's cool because now you like it kind of shows that you actually care. So it allows me to be more open and more vulnerable about my situation instead of being with somebody that fast talks you. Because you do have some therapists that'll just sit in there and play like you crazy, gaslight you,
girl,
and they're no worse than the.
Well, I felt some type of way when she texted me first because I was like, "Am I being charged for this?" No. I asked her, like, I know that was my text. I was like, "Do I get
before
charged
I respond?
Because do you really want to know?"
I'm about to press no for stop text.
I swear, because I be asking people in my everyday life, like when they be like, "What'd you do?" and I'm like, "Do you really want to know?" I guess me and her gonna talk about that too.
Girl, Lord, Lord have mercy. Yeah,
no. Nope.
But so do you feel like? How do you feel like your journey with therapy has helped you?
I can process stuff better right now.
Yeah.
And some stuff did make sense. I've always been anti-claiming like what is wrong with me because I don't have the severe ups and the severe downs.
Yeah.
That is labeled with the problem. Like I don't crash out.
Yeah.
Anymore. Not talking about my teenagers. But it's helped me learn how to process stuff to where I don't overthink it, take it to heart. I can roll stuff off, things in that nature. Because my mind is my worst enemy.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely have been in my head so much, and I feel like going to therapy has helped, but also I still have a lot of work to do.
Right.
I still have a lot of work
Oh,
when
yeah.
it comes to
Jeez, yeah.
trying to figure out still, like, I could talk to somebody about all the things running around, but like, what the fuck do I do to
Right.
stop the things running around? I don't know.
Putting in that work. We gotta put in that work.
All right. Now, let's shift our focus to relationships. How do our connections with others impact our mental health?
I mean, relationships can either, I just whistled when I said this. Relationships can either uplift or drain us. Positive support. You're not supposed to laugh at me. We're going to put that in there. I mean, the toxic ones can stress us out and give us anxiety.
Have you ready to fucking jump off the bridge? Okay, making crazy decisions that you really shouldn't make, but like having communication is vital.
Yes.
Talking to your loved ones, building that strong bond, because the stronger the bond, the better the support system.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes we need to set boundaries. Not every relationship is going to serve us. Not being selective about who investing your time with can be crucial to your mental health. I mean, what are your thoughts on healthy boundaries?
You know me. I am quick to set a boundary, okay? Healthy boundaries allow us to protect our emotional health and prioritize like what's important to us, like what is going to help me keep sustainable relationships.
Absolutely. I mean, girl, like what you said earlier, you know me. I'm big on the setting boundaries. Like if I say I don't like this, I don't like this. And seeing many different ways people have fucked others over and fucked me over. If I start seeing those same aspects in someone, you're gonna bye.
Yeah, definitely. Setting boundaries and actually seeing how people react to the boundaries that you set, like that is a total eye opener.
Yeah, it's a make or break in a situation.
Yep.
That's a make or break in a situation because how you handle me when I'm putting that boundary and how you handle our relationship is going to set the tone for my trust for you.
Yeah.
And if I want to continue to deal with you.
Yeah. Do you feel like, what do you feel like? Do you feel like sometimes boundaries kind of hurt relationships that you thought were going to be like?
Yeah. I mean, definitely, because right now, in an instance, I have to set like major boundaries and I've put those out there and the reciprocation I got from it is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
So now I know I have to go.
Yeah.
And that one's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, that's kind of like not a love, like maybe like going into a love relationship. But I have those boundaries where in relationships, but like if I lose you because of that, then it's like, were you really the person? So it's like, okay, I wanted you to be, but it wasn't. So I have to kind of deal with that. But what really sucks is when you set boundaries for family.
Yeah. Oh.
When you set those boundaries for family and like, sometimes they continuously just habitual line steppers. Like, no matter what you say or do, they just fucking overstep. They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
I could scream this one, you know?
I think that has to do a lot with people's mental health though, because like I didn't set these boundaries for no reason.
Right.
I set these boundaries because I've had this happen to me.
I don't ever want to do it again.
It made me feel a type of way.
So can you not do that again?
And I'm never going to allow somebody else to do me like that. But some people are able to set the boundaries and are able to move differently. Or some people are just not able to set boundaries at all. Do you think that the inability to be able to set boundaries comes from the way you grow up? And is that because maybe you weren't taught, or you're insecure? Like you have you might have insecurities about yourself that'll make you do things that you really don't want to do.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of aspects that can come from the way you set your boundaries. And that's okay, because at the end of that's still my boundary.
Yeah.
And as extreme as that may seem to you, for me, that's my boundary.
Yeah.
And you haven't been through what I've been through. You haven't experienced the journey, because I take that into mind when I'm walking around your boundaries.
Yeah.
I don't need you to worry about my mental health and, oh, she's going to flip out and, oh, she's going to do that. I need you to fucking just respect the shit I don't like.
Yeah.
Because if you say, hey, don't do that, guess what I'm not going to do? That.
Yeah.
Not because, like, oh, you went through such and such in 2004. It's because, hey, that just gives you the ick. Like, let me just not do that.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you've been through. I don't want to explain what I've been through to get you to understand.
Yeah.
My boundary. Just respect my fucking boundary.
Yeah, just like I said, I don't like it. And this is just what it is.
That means no.
Yeah.
In all aspects. God. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, when I set the boundaries, it's because I'm not going to tolerate this. And if you don't want to deal with it, there's the door.
Yeah.
I've never been, and that's where we spoke on earlier, I have attachments issues. I can detach from you so quickly.
Yeah.
That's one thing we're working on. Because it is a problem.
Yeah.
But it's easy.
I don't think enough people talk about the actual struggle it is to set said boundaries.
I didn't always have them.
Like,
I had to get here to have them.
it's hard as fuck because you got to think like, oh, well, this person isn't going to like me anymore, or this person is going to this, or like, for me, setting boundaries for me, because I'm like one of those, like, I'm not like spiritual. I'm spiritual, but I believe in like spirits and certain shit like karma and stuff. So like for me, like,
she's a bitch.
Yeah, my biggest focus is like how somebody has, like hurt or affected me, and like that shit in itself fucking can drive me crazy at times. Just like trying to think about and navigate, like,
how did you do that?
Yeah, and what can I do differently to like
not have that happen?
It don't work.
It don't. Trust me. I hate being an overthinker. I have thought about every scenario in my mind, and one of them's right.
Yeah.
And that's a scary part for me, because when it comes out right, I'm just looking at you like I could swing.
So so that's a part of like a mental thing, because for me, like, I have to like play with fire to learn almost. It's one of those things, like, you could talk to me until you're blue in the face and I understand everything. I understand everything that you have fucking told me, but I have to have my own experience with it.
Yeah.
I have to. That's the only way I'm going to actually be able to learn how to navigate it, because what you did and how you did it is just for you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not always a good thing.
I look at other people's stuff, and I've stayed single for a long time. And it's no knock on anything. It's just mentally I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. I don't want to right now.
Yeah.
Because I can set the boundaries, I can set the tone. We still have to go into the mental health aspect of being able to be yourself around somebody and not mask all the time and be a vulnerable version of yourself.
Yeah.
That's something hard pass.
Yeah.
So,
Well, see, so I think, so I've always been raised to kind of like be somebody different, like mask yourself to be this way. But I've been a firm, hard not believer of that shit because like I have to show you who I am now.
mm-hmm.
So when shit hit the fan,
You already knew.
you already kind of, you were prepared and knew who I was. And it's not like I did something purposely or anything to hurt you, but you were given the opportunity to know who I am, how I react in certain situations. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's a real struggle mentally to put on the front. I can't do it. My mind tries to my mind will be like, okay, when you standing there sitting in front of somebody trying to talk, my mind will be like, yeah, lie about it. And my fucking mouth is just like telling the truth about every fucking thing that's going on. And it's like, and people judge you for that because they're sitting around lying about everything that they got going on. And people judge you and they want to spread your business out there.
I just show a different, like, and that's where I have the splits. Like, I just show, it's the same person. I just don't show you like a soft side, a vulnerable side. Like, I keep my bro front up.
Yeah, that's me.
Because, I mean, I would just rather you not be able to hurt that side of me.
Yeah.
Like, it's still all me.
Yeah.
But that is a very protected side because I am a good person.
Yeah.
I'm just not nice. But, you know, it causes problems in relationships and it causes problems in friendships because I am unapologetically me.
Yeah.
But you only get certain versions of me. And then there's an octopus.
So for me, like one issue that I have and I deal with it mentally, and this affects my relationships and this affects how I kind of sometimes view men, I guess. Like my dad died. He died when I was young. And I felt like when I was younger, I begged for my dad to just come and be home with me. And that never happened.
Right.
It never happened. He died.
Right.
So for a long time, I battled with like, fuck, if my daddy didn't care enough to come and be with me, like,
absolutely.
what man will? Like, that is a fucking struggle to be able to like overcome that.
Absolutely.
Aspect. And like I'm not gonna say I've overcome it at 1,000%, but I've overcome it to where I can really more so accept my partner's role in our relationship.
I mean, I fully understand that because, like, with me not having both parents in my life, it made me feel like an unlovable person. Yeah. Like, if the two people who made me didn't want to love me, didn't want to be around me, like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah, it's got to be something wrong.
Something's got to be wrong with me. And it took until me having kids to really feel like the true meaning of love.
Yep. Yeah, and then you got 2 boys.
Yeah.
So that's really like, I do believe like your first child, when they, you know how they say that if your first child's a boy, it's meant to bring you unconditional love, a love that you never felt. And like, I really truly believe that. And I mean, my first child was a boy. And like, he is so fucking protective and like, he just feels like if Brandon's not around, he is the man of the house. Like,
he's even if Brandon, my big brother.
Yeah.
Like, he is so protective and so on my ass about stuff, and I appreciate it to an extent. But boy, sit down.
Yeah. But, and we'll have to get into this later, but I do think the examples that we're setting
Mm.
shows them different aspects on how to treat women
Oh,
once
yeah.
they get older.
I mean, so we can switch into what this affects, like our daily life and routines.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about how it all affects our kids, how we go about day-to-day activities, what we show them, how we deal with certain aspects of life, trying to shelter them from different things.
Yeah. Establishing a daily routine can provide structure, which is critical for the well-being, whether that's morning rituals, exercises, dedicated time for loved ones. These routines help us feel grounded. It gets us back to where we need to be, bitch.
And incorporating mindfulness, relaxation techniques, what you do to calm your mind at the end of the day, and how we like approach our daily tasks. Taking a few minutes to breathe, to meditate, talk to a friend, just our mental health batteries.
Yeah, because I definitely take a nap to recharge. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
man.
lie. But exactly, the way we manage our time can impact every area of life. Setting priorities and daily tasks can help alleviate that feeling of being overwhelmed and just like there's not enough time in a day. It's just like,
Yeah.
all over the fucking place.
I do time slots.
Yeah.
I do time slots.
You're better than me, bitch.
Because, I mean, fuck. Trying to incorporate like sleep, trying to like do it's almost summer. My skin's got to be real soft because I'm outside. You know, like trying to have an actual routine, cooking dinner
Yeah.
every night
Yeah.
and going to work and, you know, or football.
Yeah.
We've got so many things. Like for me, it's time slots.
Yeah. So ADHD brain, time's not good for me. But so I do try to have my kids like fed and ready to go lay down by 9 o'clock. Every day we get up around the same time. Get up, wash face, brush teeth, get ready for school, go to school, come home from school, clean. Got a clean room, clean bathroom, do all those things. Now, homework, or you can go play.
Right.
Or do whatever you want to do. Then start dinner, go on to the next. But like, that's about as routine and time blockage.
Well, if I know I have to have Jaden to practice by 6 o'clock, I'm going to have to pee.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do this, this, and this. I got to get dressed. What is appropriate for this? Like, I have to break it down into that's going to take me 5, that's going to take me 10. Because if not, I'm late.
Yeah.
But you know me, I'm not late because I keep on a fucking time routine.
I'm late.
I know. I lied to her one time and told her my birthday dinner was an hour before the actual reservation was, and we all showed up on time.
That's terrible because that means I probably would have been an hour late.
I just
That's
know my
fucked
friend.
up.
I know
That's
my
really
friend.
fucked up.
I know you.
I would have been an hour fucking late.
It's fine. You weren't though. Because I know your ADHD has.
I would have been ready 2 hours before, but that doesn't mean I'm getting there.
Right.
It doesn't mean I'm getting there at all. And you know what? I feel like certain things like that affects the fuck out of my kids because like I'll get going on a project and I'll get there and I'll get 98% done and we'll walk away from that bitch. We'll walk away from it. And my kids don't fucking finish shit. They don't. They try, but like immediately they don't have as much fight as I have for it, but immediately no. And I try so hard not to be that way, but like I don't know what to do to break it. I'm trying not to. instill that in my kids and keep telling them to be different. But if they see me being away, it's like, well, bitch, you do it.
I mean, growing up, I really didn't have any routines.
Me
Like
neither.
life was chaotic. So trying to implement in my life now is hard because I'm having to teach myself and 2 kids how to
And, yeah.
follow a routine and get daily tasks done. Like I feel like sometimes I do more in a day than most people do in a week.
Yeah.
And my brain be fried at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Fried. I
But-
need
and then
6
it's like-
naps, but I gotta go to work.
They gotta go to fucking work. And that's always it. Like, I've done all of this shit, and I still gotta fucking go to work. So, it's like, nobody talks about how you can work a fucking job, and yeah, that's a job, but when you come home, you've clocked into another job
Clocked
and
into
never got
another
to take a
job.
break.
No.
So,
The
like,
break
you'll
is
be
the car ride home.
you'll be coming home and you've already got an attitude because of whatever happened for the day. And now, like, you probably projected that on your kids, or you're going to project that on your partner. And, like, that causes trauma to them. And, like, you don't mean it, but it's like, God damn, I don't know what the fuck to do.
I've had to be really honest with my kids.
Yeah.
I've had to be really honest. Like, hey, I got something wrong with me.
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to snap on y'all because you don't want to listen. And it gets to the point where it's disrespect because you're not pulling your weight in this household.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you want me to do it is disrespectful.
Insane. It's
because I do enough for you.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know how many times I have lost. You don't know how many times we have really not had nothing.
Nothing. You over here acting like Jordan will literally say that I'm rich. And I'm like,
And mentally, that'll fuck you up because it's like, am I doing this wrong or am I doing this right?
Right. Like, is this a good thing that this is the outlook they have on me? Or have I put a facade on because I'm not okay?
I mean, I feel like I tell my kids all the time I'm fucking broken. It's like,
right.
They don't fucking believe me.
Man, they I don't know what their issue is. They just think because I make it happen though. We make it happen.
Yeah, but
and that's the shittiest part is because they don't know the making it happen part is what's exhausting.
They don't know how many times you cried. They don't know how much.
And I mean, that's not their place to, and that's not their burden because I chose to be a parent.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, sit the fuck down. Take the trash out. Why did the dog shit on the floor?
Yeah, and it's still there.
It's still there. You knew this happened. Or like, why are we half-assing cleaning up drink spills and now there's ants? Like, summer's not even here yet. And we're already dealing with bullshit.
That's how it fucking goes.
No, he walked in from football. His shoes were in front of the door. Straight. I said, Jen, bro. Well, I didn't want to mess up the floor. So kill me? You know, it's like, don't worry.
Big ass fucking feet you got.
Dung? Get out of my face.
That's in my household all the time. They just walk in the house and throw everything at the front door.
Yes.
Everybody does.
He's just a trail of Jaden.
We just got Jaden.
And I'm so glad that he eats like healthy snacks because but he eats oranges. The peels are everywhere.
The dog's supposed to take that up. Dogs don't like fucking
Those
fruit.
are gross.
Oh, I was so proud. So when we went out of town, like I was so proud of the older kids because they actually like cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
They did everything, and that made me feel good as a parent.
Right.
It made my mind feel better because like it does get better once they get a little bit older. Like they do know, okay, this is what it's supposed to be. Especially if we're not in our own home.
Right.
They do know, okay, let me make this look
yeah,
as presentable as possible.
Whenever we stay someone's house or like go to an Airbnb, the boys will straighten up their room, clean up all the mess, pack everything up. I'll be real proud of them for that because I don't have to say anything twice.
Yeah.
This needs to be done and it's done.
Yeah, but why can't you do that all the time?
Why can't you do that at home? But I'd rather you leave. I'll clean this up. Clean up the house. But, I digress.
But that's a struggle too, because it's like at a point you feel like, okay, at certain ages, I shouldn't have to repeat to you for certain things. So I'm not understanding why it's a constant like repeat. And it's with everything, even with them getting in trouble or doing anything. So that really takes you to like, am I doing the right thing as a parent?
Right.
And that is mentally
Exhausting.
Right. And they're still fucking smile and talk about you a rich bitch.
Oh, man. And I mean, perfect. I mean, they don't understand how big finances are a problem behind closed doors because of how we've made it look so good.
Right.
Not saying, please don't ever get me wrong. I am not broke.
That's why we're going to talk about how financial stress is a common issue.
Right.
And that can contribute to how anxiety affects and impacts relationships. What can we do to manage financial stress?
First off, you have to budget. Budgeting is so crucial. Being aware of your financial situation can alleviate from all types of anxiety, even when you're in a bind. I like to plan on my bills 6 months ahead.
Yeah.
If you can find a job within 6 months, you're blessed.
Yeah.
So if your bills are paid up that much, you can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still need to go get some money because that's dwindling, but Yeah.
So that's why it is important to track expenses and having a plan. Like you got a plan set up, and having that plan can help you improve your mental well-being, because like now you're not just moving in circles.
Right.
Now you kind of got maybe auto pay or something set up, knowing what bills are coming out, what you got to spend each month, and things of that nature, instead of like, oh, fuck, my account is overdrawn.
Right. And then you also have to remember to communicate openly with your finances in your relationships. Like being on the same page can prevent a lot of fights and misunderstandings and promote healthy teamwork.
Yeah, definitely. Because like, just imagine being with someone and something happens and you don't really know what the fuck kind of work they do, or anything of that nature. So they can't help you. Like, you've been thinking that this person has been going to work or doing all of these things, and they have done nothing. What do you do with that?
See, that's the one big problem that stops me in relationships, is because I can never give somebody that much power over my life. That terrifies the fuck out of me. What do you mean I'm dependent if you don't got it?
Yeah.
Do you got it?
Yeah.
Like, I have to know that. I don't need to deep dive into your expenses. That's your money. You can spend it how you want to.
Yeah.
One, I have to think about your character. Like, would you help me? But like, yes, I also need to know, can financially you help me? Because I don't have bills. I have Williams. They are fully fucking grown.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's like really hard to, well, okay, so I can't say it's hard to really find a man to do that.
Right.
Or find a person to be with. You can be with a man, and even if he doesn't make a lot of money, he could figure out the best ways to try to take care of you.
No, I don't need you to have like over 60. I'm not talking about I need you to be a millionaire. I just need you.
Just don't lie about it. Yeah, just don't lie about it. Okay, if you have a job, you've been working at this job for all this time, don't lie about it, because now you've put me in a place to be vulnerable. And this is a lot of people's problem, because we want to submit
Mm-hmm.
We want to be these things.
Mm-hmm.
But once I became vulnerable, you slapped me in the goddamn face.
Now I gotta be tough again. And it's so hard to get out of that.
Yeah. That's
So hard to get out of that.
that's why a lot of us mentally can't really be women to our full potential. Like, yeah, we're women, but we can't be that feminine woman because mentally you got to be masculine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that stems from a lot of different things. I don't feel like it's masculinity all the time. I feel like it's survival mode.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, survival mode, but the majority of people look at it as like you're being, masculine. I mean, survival, like you got to do it. At the end
I
of the
got
day,
to.
like you got to do it. There's
have
no
to.
other thing unless you just want to sit there and just.
I have to be the one that financially provides for 2 kids. So mentally, I can't let up on letting someone in enough to help me because I don't trust you.
Yeah.
So that kind of communication is going to be very hard for me.
Yeah.
I don't have the same aspect because like you're in the phase where like it's about to be official, tying the knot, y'all deal with y'all's together.
Yeah.
Me is big dog. It's big mama.
Yeah. But see, for our relationship, like that is a thing. Like I've never been into like allowing anybody to know any of my personal information, anything close to like really what I got going on.
Right.
And the things that we did when we first got together allowed me to know that this person like has already experienced a lot of things. Like this person has like already experienced so much to where whatever I'm doing is nothing.
Right.
It's something, but it's nothing. Like it's nothing that I want to steal or nothing that I want to mimic or nothing that
Right.
I want to, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that made me feel comfortable in this because it's like, okay, it's not like even a competition thing, or it's not like I'm gonna be taking care of you. Like, no,
Right.
like this is something like, fuck, we can talk about some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we can have some real fucking conversations. So like that really like allowed me to really kind of like open up more to where now this motherfucker got social security numbers, fucking if he wanted to
don't
go
even
buy
like
a
giving
new
my phone
Corvette
number.
right now, if he wanted to go buy a brand new Corvette right now, he could go fucking do it off of my goddamn name.
Oh.
That's fucking.
It's
crazy,
crazy to
me.
think of. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy that like you're here.
Yeah.
And I mean I love that for you. I don't even like giving out my phone number.
Yeah.
I
tell people in a minute. I used to tell people, man, you better get you a fucking text-free number. Like, that way, if it's not official, this person is not a part of my goddamn life.
I just because I gave that to someone before, and I've been in a predicament to where I lost everything.
Yeah.
And knowing that I had to climb up here, never again do I want to do that.
Yeah. See, well,
and it's gonna take something real and not dramatic to show me, like, okay.
Yeah. So like I went through that dramatic ass relationship, but even in that dramatic ass, like you learn so much, like go to jail, all of that, like I still didn't allow this person to get as close financial wise as I have with this person. Like the trust, it wasn't there. Like I don't feel like even though he could go do it, I don't feel like he would just go do it. And even if he did, he'd be like, yo, I did this.
I've only felt that way closely with one person, to where I would give that man my social security card and be set.
Yeah.
Like, not that he would like go scam, but like I know that person always has my best interest at heart and would never fuck me over.
Yeah. That's important to have.
That
like
is.
That's important to have in friendships and relationships. And that's what I look for in my relationships, because Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of stuff, but I've always had like support in certain type of ways. So like if you come into my life and you're not trying to do better or things of that nature, like I don't really want to be around you.
I don't do this.
I can't. Like, so people that are wanting to push hard and like you fuck up, you fuck up sometimes, but like you push and you keep going. Like I want those people around me.
Yeah.
I want to be able to help each other. I want those type of relationships. I don't want to just be like your enabler. I guess you fucking say that maybe.
No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like I don't want to be like I tell people all the time, like, bitch, I'm not fucking with you if you don't got no car. And that's sad to say because I don't.
No, but so serious. I'm not coming to get you.
Not all
I
the
don't want to
time.
even drive myself.
Yeah, no. I'm not taking you back and forth to different places and shit. Like,
For
no.
what? For absolutely what?
Not happening for me. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow, what a journey through these interconnected aspects of life. So, to wrap it up, what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
I mean, we had a couple good points. Prioritize your mental health.
Yes.
Have a foundation for everything else. Build supportive relationships to communicate what is going on in your life. Establish daily routines that actually work for you. I mean, we have different ones together. Managing your finances, trying to open up in relationships about your finances can alleviate so much stress.
Yes. And remember to seek help when needed. It's okay to reach out to others at any time. Always remember, it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to feel. We are all in this together. We got you,
We
okay?
got you, because we get it.
Definitely.
We definitely get it. Thank you for listening to this episode of Just Getting By. If you enjoyed our conversation, be sure to subscribe. Leave us a review. Let us hear about your opinions. Share with your friends. Just let us know how we're doing. What you want to talk about.
Tune in next time as we explore another topic that impacts our daily lives. Until then, keep prioritizing your mental health and just getting by.
Just keep getting by, guys.
In the dungeon at my lowest, they look after me. Millions on the table, up for grab, this ain't no fantasy. I just gotta focus, keep going, cause they counting me out. And if I said it, that's a fact. I can't show you where I'm going, but I can tell you where I'm at. And my life been given limits, which the wishes was a hack. If I die before I finish, then I have to double back for sure. I'm setting sail, tell me how I get here. Speaking from the Torah soul, I know love don't